Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Oh, wow. Very well done, very well done. More a choir
It's an
than
act.
Vince Guaraldi trio featured here, and nice little announcement that Jesus Christ is born and glory to the newborn King. So this is definitely a nice little song to start this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you've started now, and this is amazing. It sounded great. I like the way it went about. This has been mainly instrumental album, and then sometimes like the drummer boy, this came, and I said, okay, that is what is going on. Suddenly they started singing. It sounded good. I mean, this is a complete album, or it's a playlist. I don't know whether it was supposed to be in the flow like an album, but I think it is going to have every element of Christmas in it. We have 11 tracks that we are going to react to. That was the 8th one, and from here on, this is midnight.
last three.
Past midnight now.
Yeah.
This is past midnight. So it's 24th midnight that is already announced, and after that, what you do on the day of Christmas. That's what is going to come up.
So you see, at first I thought, why does it sound like this? It felt like angels or spirits were flying around,
Yeah.
doing some strange tunes, and then started waiting for baby Jesus to open his eyes, and then finally started singing.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say, Hark the Herald Angels, they begin singing. So they start singing immediately after Jesus is born, or maybe
I
he
like that moment
opened his eyes.
of transition. Yes.
It was very feeling eerie, like there was like the amount of silence there might have been at the crib when Jesus was just born.
And then started singing.
A heavy silence must have just come over everyone knowing that something big has happened.
Yeah.
Until finally the celebration began, that he's born. So it's as the arrival of the three kings came and he got all his gifts, and everyone realized what a big king is born. The confusion and the silence in the beginning.
True.
So it really conveyed that well.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
I mean, musically, it's done too well.
Yes.
It's caught on to those intricate things of Christmas that even while singing, you may not be able to deliver it through music and through these subtle things that has been captured in this. Every track that Vince Guaraldi has created. It's amazing. Let's move on to Christmas is coming now.
a great musical piece by Vince Guaraldi Trio. Wow, they were all featured here, all three of them, I suppose, and possibly more. The pianist, the drummer, the bass player, wow, double bass. Wow, everything was here and it was so lively, so party-like. It was a complete dance song, literally.
Yeah, it was more like a dance.
Nice Christmas party song once again. And Christmas is coming. What better way to announce that than play such a peppy, upbeat, and thrilling piece composition. Great job by Vince Guaraldi Trio on this one. So this is now the towards the end of the album. Now we are coming, but the fever temperature is still high, and it's still fever pitch on Cafe Enoma with great musical upbeat compositions to listen to and share our honest views on. What does Kirti and Max think on this song?
We spoke about almost everything around Christmas, but not food yet, which is the most important part of festivals. I mean, it's something that's just once or twice for people in the West. That festival season is there, and festive food that you talk about. Here in India, it's endless. We used
Almost
to,
every month.
yeah, when we were in school, we were mocked by our non-Hindu teachers, and even those who were Hindu teachers, that Hindus have festivals as many days. Like every single day of the year would be a Hindu festival. Why do you have so many festivals? Enough of the festivals. But we, as children, we enjoy
Yeah,
it.
of course, not everyone celebrates every of those festivals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there are
Yeah, of
as
course,
many
some
days of the
big ones,
calendar.
but some
They-
which people don't even know that it might be a festival today.
In some part
but
of the
some
country,
part
yeah.
of the country there might be a major festival.
Huge thing. So so was the food and the whole preparation and everything. Same thing goes with Christmas. The bizarre part is Savio, that we humans like to play it so safe that I can bet it, and if there is a survey taken around the world, I could be right on that. That almost every Christmas you want to make something special and you want to have a feast. But almost every Christmas, the families would end up, or the person who's in charge of it would end up making almost the same menu that was there 10 years ago or last year or the last year. Isn't it? Right?
It's difficult.
It's playing safe
you may,
on the day
you
of
may want to
main
experiment, and you will experiment.
Somewhat
with
little bit.
but not with the main course. You don't
Not
want to
with
mess it
everything.
up.
Yes.
You know, we've seen enough of that on TV.
I know.
And enough of that in
Disasters.
life too, where literally you're going over to somebody's house and maybe they messed up with some experimental
This is
dish
the
on
hardest
Christmas,
part.
the main course. So you can definitely, I've had enough, my fair share of Christmas parties, lunch parties mainly, and sometimes dinner parties at home, where I was the main chef and or the only chef in my case. So I cooked a lot of times. I'm talking about mainly before my marriage. So in my youth, every year my friends would come home, my closest friends would come over on Christmas. I have photos of every of those Christmases, still kept safely in my folders now, digitally saved. But, and every year I would try, I would think, let me try this or let me try that. But I always had to go back to the main dishes I made, because that's what I knew everybody liked who was coming over, and I knew it would get a good response, and I knew I could make it possibly with my eyes closed. So I would end up making a couple of starters, experimenting with them, and quite a few Christmases I messed that up, and people didn't like those starters, and it would actually have to be, they would not want to eat them. It would be kept on a large dining table in those years, and they would just pass by that bowl as if it didn't exist. And I would feel very bad as a chef, of course, but then I knew that I messed it up. It was a classic example that maybe that doesn't deserve to be on the Christmas menu, on that table.
Food is very important and one of the trickiest part of festivals. And those who organize it and those who prepare and those who serve it, kudos to them doing it every single year.
Yeah.
And those who take charge of it. It's the hardest part that you do. I do it for the last many years now, and some years I've definitely messed it up. That's the reason why I remember that go with the same pet. That what worked in the past, just repeat that. It's okay. It may not seem there's nothing new, but sometimes those surprises surprise you in a bad way, and that has happened with me too.
Yeah.
How about you, Max? What about the food?
Well, I'm not much of a cook really, and I
I know,
understand.
I just love to eat well.
I know that some people may not know much on cooking and they like to not cook much on Christmas, and when they do cook, they cook the same thing. I mean, not everyone is master chef, or we're like these two who can prepare 5 different meals for every Christmas which are different from the last year. They can cook plum cake, gingerbread man, chocolate, walrus cake, whatever. And
Come on.
chocolate noodles and whatnot, fancy stuff for Christmas. But the people out there who simply cannot do that. So for them, the only thing they can get close to for Christmas food is packaged plum cake from some good bakery, for example, Vienna Bakery in Mumbai and all that. So that's what it is. In India, anyway, I think plum cake is the only Christmas food you can eat if you do not know how to cook Christmas food.
Yeah.
And there's also ready-made plum cakes out there which you don't need to cook and you can just open and eat. So I guess.
You can't eat it for lunch and dinner, come on.
Well, but the people out there do not know how to cook. We need to appeal to that
So you
audience
just eat
too.
plum cake.
Well, you can eat just normal food. Some people don't have a repertoire of cooking. Some people have very few recipes and you can't go beyond that, you see. Because after not everyone is a professional at cooking. You may have
Yeah, but
been
definitely, I
expert.
think in India, most parts of India, I think plum cake is one of the staple Christmas
I'm not
sweets.
sure about other countries.
So you'll find, I'm not sure, I've not
I
really
don't
seen
know.
it in
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's such a
What's with plum cake?
great delicacy on Christmas, at Christmas time, winter time. It's a beautiful winter item, not just a Christmas item, cake. And it's delicious, it's absolutely delicious.
Well, I think
And wow, you can store it for months, that's the beauty of it.
I think
So
there's
it's not just for Christmas, but if you buy enough or make enough, bake enough, you can store it for till summer also, the
Go on.
next year.
I think in the plum cake is a big deal. Maybe it's because we had a Middle Eastern origin to it. Because it seems like a dish you'd prepare in the avid places store for a long time. Does not seem like a dish meant like let's say vanilla cake or chocolate cake and rots cookie and has a lot of sweet in it. It's an acquired taste and it seems very Middle Eastern. You see some I've eaten some Middle Eastern desserts. It tastes very similar to plum cake for some reason.
It's interesting. One should find out what is the connection of Indian Christmas and plum cake.
Yeah.
Because I've
seems-
only had it around Christmas
I don't know.
for a very long time.
It does
but
not
no
seem
idea
like
when it started.
I don't know. Plum cake seems like a kind of dish that may have been from the times of Israel and Jesus and all that. So I guess a dish that may be ancient because that seems like European. Like in America,
Yeah,
Europe they don't eat
But
these
another thing
dishes.
that I like around Christmas, one of the items which I couldn't never make on my own, but I always tried to buy.
Guava cheese.
Not guava cheese, a food item, snack, potato chops. It's been legendary around Christmas. I just love to buy them. If I can get them at
tasty.
Christmas time, I like to get the potato chops. It's basically mashed potatoes around mince. It might be mutton mince, beef mince,
Stuff,
chicken
yeah.
mince,
Yeah.
stuffing, and nice tasty spicy stuffing
Super
of that
tasty,
mince.
super. It's
And all around that
it's
nice
Portuguese.
potato,
I think it's
mashed,
Portuguese.
roasted grilled potatoes or whatever. So it's like that nice fried item or grilled baked item. And wow, everyone loves it at Christmas time. Once again, it's a very popular, not as popular as plum cake, of course, but very popular item at Christmas feast in India, church fairs, etc. A lot of fairs around this month, Christmas time, and all of them have this potato chops over there. One of
I
the
think it is
most
Portuguese.
common items.
Because it comes
has
from
to-
Goan.
It has to be
Goan
some
cuisine.
connection to the
Yeah, it has to be.
colonial rulers, but definitely it's a staple again. One of those staple items, snack items around Christmas season is potato chops.
It shouldn't go wrong. I mean,
And once again, I've never seen it in Western movies
No,
or
no,
Western places
no,
I've visited.
no, I have
Never
not.
seen potato chops.
I think Crackers
I don't know.
people-
They're missing out. They're missing out.
A lot of things, yes. The potato chops is super
Delicious.
tasty. It's delicious. It's a delicacy. When you
Yeah,
eat it, you will know it.
It
But
seems,
it has to be done
it seems big, but you can finish 3, 4 at a
right.
time.
I think
literally.
5, yeah.
Yeah, I
Even
mean,
me.
it just disappears. And you wonder, how come I ate so many of them? And you want more. After half an hour, you feel like having more. Just
you
too
just
good.
can't have enough of it.
And with that nice Szechuan and tomato ketchup combination that we have
Or so many
at
dips
our
in India
place,
that we have chutneys.
wow, we just love it. We just have a little bit of it. We love it. No need of bread, no need of anything. The
Okay,
potato
I'm going to
does
Savio, I
everything.
have to listen to 2 more tracks. Come on, let's not discuss such delicious food.
to be the first non-Christmas song on this album. It's a very popular composition. You may have heard it at least once in your life if you're an adult. In the West, I'm sure, this composition in movies, shows, live performances. This is one of the most common compositions, a very difficult composition to play by any pianist. Almost every pianist in the world out there who has recorded something would have performed this at some time or the other. So it's not something that I haven't heard, but well done by Vince Guaraldi. I don't know why they chose to have it. Maybe it's for those people who celebrate non-Christmas festivals like Festivus from Seinfeld. So it's for them. You know, they have entered a Christmas party or a Christmas dinner at someone's home, and they don't want to listen to only Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. So they have Furellis. But maybe Furellis is also a Christmas song. Who knows?
Furellis could be. At least it sounds.
But it's the first time I'm hearing it on a Christmas
winter
album.
sound it has.
Never heard anyone do Furellis, whatever.
It is one of the pieces of music that is so common that it used to be used excessively in so many things. So whether it is your elevators or it is toys that used to be automatic cars that we used to have. I still remember we had got this on my brother's birthday, amazing gift. It was from Dubai. Somebody was coming from there and he had
maybe that's the reason for it, because it's used in
gifts.
toys.
Yeah,
at
toys
Christmas
could
time.
be. Yeah. So those toys back in the day they used to play this music and some other tracks also used to be fitted in it. And that car was like a flying bird that used to go, so it would flutter at the same time keep moving, and it would constantly make the do 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 do. So while it was on, you knew do 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 do. So it would play the sound. It was fitted with the tape, and it would keep moving. So probably I think it's the toys connection of Christmas.
Definitely, toys are insanely popular at Christmas time.
Wow.
Toys have definitely taken
I think they have taken
different
over
shapes
Christmas.
and different, different styles over the years and decades. So definitely, what were toys in the 60s and 70s may not be the toys so popular today. But toys are still insanely popular, whether it's gadgets, whether it's games, computer games, PlayStation, all these kind of Nintendo, all those kind of things which still may be around in some parts of the world. Nintendo, when it comes to Nintendo and all that. Very, very popular for gifting things at Christmas time. One of the most common things to give girls are toys and dolls, and of course for guys also, boys also, toys and gadgets and things like that. And of course books. Books were very popular. Now I don't think books are so popular at Christmas time. Music has become very popular as a gifting choice, especially for adults. You run out of ideas what to do, get them a new latest Christmas album. Like they're going to listen to it, I mean, maybe one day
I
they
guess
listen
people
to it,
end up
and
listening.
then they keep it aside. So it's like a waste of money for me getting them a Christmas album. But get them, music is a very popular gift too in today's world. And movies, if movie DVDs or whatever.
This was also there in Mr. Bean, right, Max? The release. It was
I
used
think it
in one
has
of the
been at
episodes.
least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, very popular episodes of Christmas were also from Mr. Bean. Couple of episodes only, I think. if I'm
And
not
how can you
mistaken.
forget watching Bean during the
Yeah.
season?
Mr. Bean at Christmas is good stuff.
Mm.
He still remembers Christmas or New Year party rather, where he invited only 2 of his neighbors and they were dying to leave. They literally were just looking at each
It
other,
was
and wanting to run out of there at every possible.
Mr.
It was a New Year party.
Mr.
New Year
Bean
party.
covered everything. He also had a Christmas episode where he
Yeah.
got the stuffed turkey.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it.
That is a
And then
Thanksgiving, I
he-
think.
Yeah. Okay, so was
Not
that
Thanksgiving.
It was Christmas.
It was Christmas.
Thanksgiving, I think it's mainly concentrated in celebration in
America.
America. Yeah, US of it. Not in the
UK.
UK. Yeah. as
Yeah,
well
but
as
he
in
messed
Canada.
it up anyway.
Yeah, so his girlfriend was to come and the whole thing, I think shopping, everything they had covered.
Yeah.
And it's well done. So, it's the last song, the Christmas song that we are going to listen to.
Mhm.
the album. Another popular Christmas composition or carol, and they executed it so well, so well. Beautiful piano work. The whole album, definitely I'm convinced that I missed out on Vince Guaraldi and his wonderful skills on the piano, and accompanied by his other two members who give the double bass and the drums. Wow, it's just so beautiful music, blissful, soothing, relaxing, at the same time exhilarating and peppy whenever it needs to be. It's a great set of musicians. And wow, even the choir, who is unnamed, they did an outstanding job on two of these songs on this album. They really filled the gap, so to speak. So wherever the music was more than enough, they came in and they made sure that they gave outstanding vocals to, satisfy everyone, so to speak. All kinds of listeners out there. There was also a non-Christmas song, in my opinion, Furelis, and for all the people who don't celebrate Christmas but find themselves at a Christmas party, which is quite common in India. So for most of those Christmas parties, I talked about lunch parties. I was the only Christian there. All my friends were Hindus, mostly Hindus, and a couple of Punjabis, Sardajis also. But yeah, I mean, it's one song for them maybe. If you are playing this album, so they have something that is non-Christmas.
Furelis is Mozart, right?
Don't remember Beethoven, Mozart.
I think Mozart.
Don't remember.
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi?
No, Vivaldi is Four
no.
Seasons.
No, Four Seasons. Yes, exactly.
One of them.
Beethoven is Four Seasons. Come on, people.
No, Vivaldi. Antonio Vivaldi.
Okay. This is Mozart then, whatever it is.
Wow.
This was satisfying, oddly satisfying. It was, it felt good. It felt good listening to it. It's a different experience going through this entire playlist as a reactor, because as a reactor you want to dissect the music, you want to talk about this aspect and that aspect, but this was so easygoing and this was so experiential, I would say, that you're just immersed in the music and the experience of it. You don't feel the pressure of talking about this and talking about that I have to cover that and I have to cover this. It was not about that. It was, everything was in its essence and its entirety. So even the last piece, although amazing music throughout the whole playlist that we reacted to. And thank you, Marco, for requesting this. I didn't expect this, so this was pleasant. It was pleasant surprise from you for all three of us to celebrate Christmas this year, and you having started it all this year. Usually what happens is our family members and our tribe members, they have their list ready for us to react to for Christmas, that this is what you're going to do for your fest. And not mainly, it does not mainly come from our patrons. Some songs, a couple of songs here and there it comes. But this year it started with you, and I'm so happy that you have set the ball rolling this year. Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Max?
All in all,
About this whole album.
This album was essential, I think, for this time of the year, and we were, really hoping to have some good songs. And I think it's a nice album. In that way, I think it was quite a beautiful album, you have to say, and it's worth a re-listen in the future around Christmas time. And anyway, some preparations are going on back in Mumbai, which are big for Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year. And for first time I noticed in the news that Hanukkah is also going to be celebrated in Mumbai in a big way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's around the same time. I'm not sure what date it is, but apparently it's around the same time, or maybe already has happened. So I guess a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year to all our viewers.
Wow, Max covered it all. And you think, Savio, that it doesn't make sense. Isn't that sensible what he just said?
No, I said the way he speaks. I didn't say what he says. The way he speaks, he sounds like the water boy assistant coach.
I did.
And I'm sure that guy also makes sense.
Okay, great. At least that's cleared.
Well, they say that a broken clock gives the correct time at least once a day.
Okay, nice.
So, okay. So you're calling yourself a broken clock.
That was, I don't know, it's innocence.
Yeah. That's it for this one. Hope you had a great time with us. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to all of you from Team Enoma. That's it for this one.
Yeah, I think by the end of the entire thing, listening to so much music and then talking about potato chops, Savio is literally hungry now. And I can see that. He is now quiet. I have to
This
get
is
to
one
it.
of the longest album reviews, to be honest, that we've done.
Wow.
Based on the length.
Is it?
He's sort of spoken so much, I think it's been more than 2 hours.
3 hours almost, I think.
Who knows? Yeah, it's been a long time. So definitely I'm hungry and I'm looking forward to some potato chops. But it's not going to be from home, so I'll have to order
I
them.
know. I
Order
know.
them. Thanks to all these very quick delivery agents or operators in Mumbai.
Yeah, they
and
are doing a
family
phenomenal
that
job
they
for people to
literally
celebrate.
throughout the year, come rain or sunshine, they operate and deliver to us
Whether it's midnight,
within 10-15 minutes. at
New
times.
Year's Eve, any
Most times 10-15 minutes.
On every
You
holiday.
have something at home.
Yeah.
At your door, literally.
Festivals are
Exceptional
special
service.
now.
Exceptional service. I don't think anywhere else in the world
It's
will
good.
have this level of service.
It's
delivery.
amazing here. It feels good.
And in a crowded area, mind you, we have a very crowded highway just outside our complex called Godbanda Road. Very, very crowded throughout the year. And it's very difficult, but somehow these guys manage to come home and deliver stuff within 10 minutes at most times. Very rarely they're late. Very rarely. Outstanding job.
Thank you.